This Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I said that I was going to come back a week later. We're going to recap on this. It's going to be short and sweet because I got a lot of work to do today. We have to put up new policy under the blackout clause because, as I said before, we spray these outside, and if we have bad weather outside, we can't spray the screens because I definitely don't spray these inside. So that policy, basically, we have to put a delay policy in there. Delay policy for COVID, delay policy for basically for weather, stuff like that, especially if we have screens that are basically being done outside. We have to have that in there. So let's talk about recapping on what we talked about last week. And what we talked about last week was the fact that these two individuals who, the other ones we know they do fake demonstrations, but these two main individuals who constantly claim they do reviews against our products, and our products are supposed to come out looking a certain way. One was outed a couple of days ago. Customer came in and they pretty much did what had to be done. 1400 lumen projector for lit environment. You do the math, but all that's going to be posted to the site today. So we requested them multiple times to come in and purchase the item multiple times. Now, their excuse was that they have to go to other people. They have to go here. They have to go there. It's very impossible to get our products. That's their excuses. We've given them 50 requests to go in and purchase from. Even one of them actually calling the house, which was Crows1176, Fernando Gonzalez. I told you guys I'm going to put you on blast for this. I told you to order and you didn't order. Went in, called my house, and I guess he wanted to record me on a live stream. I don't know why. I guess to verify that I was going to push the order through. That's not a problem for us. We don't do that stuff at the end of the day. So after making this call to us, this is where it disappeared. No orders, nothing. Nothing came through, not a thing. We got orders from everybody else. Nothing came from either one of them. And the reason why, and I'll tell you why, nothing ever comes in from them is because they can't place orders. The site. They have to use the excuse of getting it from somebody else. Because I've noticed in all the demonstrations, and we have posted them in different forum sites that have been doing reviews on our products, we got open containers. And I had people sitting there and saying, well, how are they doing the reviews on a product with an open container? There's no seals on it, nothing whatsoever. So that's the problem we have here. The problem that anytime you do a demonstration claiming to be our product, there's always an open container. So again, you need to place orders directly through the website from us. And we need to have a verification of receipt that has your name and address attached to it, which you are afraid to post your address. I don't know why. Because we're not at the end of the day. At the end of the day, like I said, we have to purchase through you. And I have no problem with putting my address up, which I've done over 15 times with one, and I've done with 6 times over the other one. But still, like I said, it is what it is. They don't do proper reviews against products. Now, if we're going to do a review against your product, I have to make sure that your product is here at my resident. Box has to be sealed, which in every demonstration, if you look at any demonstration, anytime we did a review against his product, we've always gotten sealed boxes. All the boxes are sealed. I don't know what this popped up for. All the boxes are sealed. All containers are wrapped in the original wrapping. Everything's still legit by the book. We do not do demonstrations with open or unsealed containers because we can be accused of basically adding things in there to tamper with the product. That's why all products that come through here for review must be sealed. These two individuals, on the other hand, have done demonstrations with containers that were open, making these claims that they got it from somebody else. Well, no more, gentlemen. From now on, again, I've addressed this multiple times. You will purchase directly from us. Now, what's the holdup? We don't even know. Well, I guess I have an idea why they haven't made any orders yet. And this has been going on since, we're going to be almost until about a month that they haven't placed any orders. The reason why is because they can't tamper with the product. This is going to be a sealed container that will be sitting on their table that will bear our seals, that will bear our batch numbers. And on top of that, their product will be displayed before it's ever shipped out to them. So they'll have 2 batch numbers attached. Anyone who reveals our products will have 2 batch numbers on your containers. If you contact us and said, hey, look, we want to review your product, so and so and so. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do you a big favor. I'm going to give you $100 off. If you're reviewing our product, we'll give you $100 off. Of course, you're going to have to sign a little document, though. You don't want to sign a document because we have to make sure people are not going to try to basically do the review to get cheaper on the paint. So we have to have you sign this little document and send it over to you. Now, like I said, they're not going to do that. So that's not going to happen because we have to remember, we have to cover all bases. We can't basically say, okay, $100 off. We'll have people come in and say, okay, I'm going to do a review and then never do a review and keep the product. That's why we have to have documents involved, because in those documents will clearly state that you have agreed to do such and so and so and blah, 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 blah. You have to verify information as in your real name and address. And that's a lot of freaking work at the end of the day. So let's keep this simple. Gentlemen, place your orders because, again, I don't know why it's taking so long. If it has taken 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, and 10 days for you to place an order directly through our website, what is the problem? You've been doing all these reviews against our products and you've been claiming us to be this and claiming us to be that and all these things we're supposed to be. But yet when it comes down to placing orders directly off the website, you have refused or ignored in every way whatsoever. What is taking so long? It took me less than a day, matter of fact, of actually going in and seeing a ridiculous comment about me canceling orders through PARTAY for me to go in and place 6 orders right there from the door. I have all my transactions are recorded. We go to our site over here on Hotmail. Let me got to turn the camera for a minute because we have people with a business. I forgot we can swing this to the side. Why do I keep moving my own stand for? I can move it right there. Good gracious, bird. Doing double times the work. Oh, I forgot we're already in here. We had to send this to a lawyer today. Or actually, yesterday we sent it to lawyers yesterday. We're in here with PARTAY stuff. So this is all PARTAY's cancellations in here. Let me zoom up here so you can get an idea. Yeah, we're in here today. We had to send stuff over to an attorney. Let me show you right here. So these are refunds that we got from PARTAY. Now, like I said, I have no problem with placing orders. No problem at all. The problem we have with them is the fact that the minute we place orders, money transfers back to our account extremely fast. So we know they can't back their products up because, again, the money goes back to the account. PARTAY did his with no excuses. Crow has a lot of caring calls, so PARTAY doesn't really say much. He would just put the money back in our account. That'd be the end of it. Case closed. Which we found kind of interesting because this is the fellow who went walking through his backyard making false accusations that we canceled this order from him, and yet we have 6 cancellations on him. Even, I said before, a video where basically things got so bad from him and the transactions that in order to keep us from buying any more paint from him, he went in and actually removed an entire marketplace shopping cart, shut it down. Yeah, it got that bad for him. There's other areas where we have recordings of basically of us trying to order the first Vega from him, and then he shut the site down for at least about, shopping carts were closed for about a month or a half. They were shut down. All this is documented, all recorded and documented. Now, with Crow, we had from him about 15 cancellations from him. And this is after Fernando Gonzalez, who clearly wants to make it sound like he's being harassed, but he's not, because he sent us an email telling us to buy whatever we wanted. Now, you keep forgetting this part right here. It's the part you forget the most. You forget that you sent this, but you want to cry on everything else. That's what we call a Karen call. Karens do that. So let's come down here and let's show all the little information right there, telling us to buy from you. All that good stuff right there. There you go. He sent us a link the whole 9 yards. No sooner than that link came across, we placed orders for all his products. And guess what popped up? Refunds. He started transferring money back to the account. Not only did he transfer money back to the account, but he left little interesting messages like, you're harassing me, leave me alone, stuff like that. Karen call. Now, again, you guys do these demonstrations against our products. You claim they're supposed to be what they are. I find it quite interesting, and I thank you to the customer Hector for coming and doing that demonstration on 1400 lumens. Now, what we mean by that demonstration? Well, Crow did this demonstration against our product. It was supposed to be our screen paint. And in the demonstration, he was using a 4K 3000 lumen ultra short though laser Optima P2 projector. The customer, on the other hand, had an LG 1400 lumen projector. Crow was sitting in a very dark environment as usual. The customer was sitting in a fully lit environment with the screen at 100 inches sitting next to a window, and the display pulled up with no problem whatsoever. We found it interesting when we posted this Facebook, when the customer came and chimed in and said, yeah, I've seen these demonstrations before. These are individuals who basically taint your products. Everybody knows what you are doing at the end of the day. Maybe your fan base supports this nonsense, but everybody outside of that particular group, they know your shenanigans at the end of the day. So yes, the customer vowed that the products work with no problem whatsoever, as we're in Facebook talking to people back and forth, and made statements that yes, this individual has a habit of doing these things to people's products at the end of the day. You're not doing well right now. You're really not. In your reputation, you're not. So as you can see, these are the multiple refunds we have received from Fernando Gonzalez over and over and over again. There's just multiple ones in here. Even an interesting receipt of one of an active shopping cart that should have never been active because the item doesn't exist. We talked about that, the fraud shopping cart that was in his website taking orders. But anyway, the problem, not a problem, but the thing we have here is the fact that, as you can see, I have no problem with putting my information in. I have no problem with placing orders, as not a problem for me to do. But as you can see, that you two individuals do have a problem, because again, you return my money back to my banking account, and at the end of the day, like I said, you can't back your products. Me, on the other hand, I have to call you out to buy my products. What's the problem? Why the delay? Why are you waiting so long? How come you haven't placed the order yet? The problem is, gentlemen, you can't do the same dirty tactics that you have been doing, as in mixing black paint and claiming it to be our product. You have to buy directly through me. You have to show a bill of receipt, which we'll have on our end also too, of your address, your name, and all your information. That's what you're afraid of. And not only that, you can't fake it. How are you going to fake something that comes out of a container that's painted and displayed onto a surface before you even get it? That two individuals will have the exact same product that you will have out of the same container. No way around that, is there? At all possible you can get around that. And that container is going to come to your front door, signature confirmed, sealed, unopened, untouched. No way for you to tamper with. So you'll automatically know from the door that the product is good, because that's why it's taking you so long to even try to place an order, because you know there's no way to fake it. And that proves at the end of the day that all the demonstrations that you have done against our products were completely false. Just a little bit more evidence we just want to add in for court. We don't need it, but we're going to add in there anyway, because it shouldn't have taken that long. Now, as I said before, the problems that we have on our end are different. We literally have to go to other people to get orders. We have to. We don't have a choice. It would be so much easier for me to just order the products, have it come to my front door, and do the test from there. But we can't, because the two individuals can't back their products. We got tons of cancellations right here of you guys giving us back our money. Now they use the line, oh, we don't deal with scammers and this, that, blah, blah, blah. If that's the case, then I wouldn't have that email from you, Crow, telling us to buy whatever we wanted. If you don't deal with scammers, you don't send them emails telling them to buy whatever you want. So, trying to figure out what's going on in your head right there. So we know what Crow does. Crow does things for the sake of just for the minute of the moment. That's what he does to make himself look good. Follow through, never going to do it. Never would follow through on anything. But as you can see right here, clearly, you do understand what the word order all you want stands for, right? All right, then. Remember, when you write things down in an email, you have to be to stand behind these things in this email as you're writing them down. No need to go through all that nonsense. Order with confidence. There's a link right there for us to purchase right for your website. Check out my products. And that's what we did. We went and we purchased, and we received canceled orders. which clearly shows that you cannot back your products up. And each one of these cancel orders came with a real interesting message at the bottom of them, real interesting, weird stuff. Now, how, and we've had people bring this up many times, how do you ban someone from buying when you sent them an invite to buy? How does that even work? Here's another one with him pleading with us to stay away. I'll tell you, left very interesting messages in his receipts. There we go. So again, we're going to request for number 51 for these individuals to come in and purchase directly through us through the website. Let's see how long this takes. I'm going to come back and by the end of the month, because I'm busy, we'll come back in the end of the month and see if they have placed an order yet. By then, the Onyx Titan will be available. But let's come back in a month and see how long it takes them. But here's the thing, I'm going to tell you right now from the door, and this is what's going to happen. I guarantee you, we'll have their products here. See, like I said, we can't go through here because, again, they're afraid and they will cancel orders. They do lie in transactions, and the reason why they lie in transactions because we have this proof right here. And we actually posted this multiple times. This is Crow committing not only mail fraud, but basically he actually admitted it in the demonstration where he basically said that I sent them down a version of this black product when he ordered the Cinemax. You got to be careful when you talk. Very, very careful when you talk. We never ordered the black product. That black product didn't even exist when we ordered the Cinemax. So how could you have sent it down to me to begin with? You didn't think when you were talking, did you? That review is before or after that product was sent to us. So how could you have sent that to us if, again, if that review was done at that particular time? And then on top of that, again, you just admitted to basically committing fraud because everybody knows the Cinemax is not black. And that's what we purchased, a Cinemax from you. We didn't order a black product from you. So why would you send us down that to begin with if that's not what we ordered to begin with? Which means you just admitted to basically committing fraud on YouTube. You don't think, man. You don't think when you talk. Now, if you delete the video, it doesn't make a difference. We have a copy of it. This is fraud. You do not want to talk about fraud, Jamie, at the end of the day. You have committed fraud on so many levels, it's not even funny. House paint, network ray 773. Still convinced he thinks that's two different images. I don't know how. Made his products, literally, by using the demonstration here, which shows how to make the product. Committing fraud. Yeah, sure. That's how we learned how to make his products. We used his own tutorial video to make it. And again, house paint. Think about it. $80 to $89, $23 a gallon. But yet these are two different images. Yeah, sure. Made his products here. Did a slideshow here, a slow slideshow on your products on several forum sites to give them say, hey guys, personal opinion, only from you guys. Let me know if I'm wrong in here. Do these screens match? Every single individual said the screens match. So I don't know where you come off thinking that your product is different. Now that's house paint, buddy. Your product match house paint perfectly. Yeah, that's actually on several sites right now. This is where Crow committed mail fraud. So here you can sign the package, put his name on the package. Now this is the reason why, like I said, we can't order from them because I don't want them crying and fussing, well, they got to go to somebody else. Well, the reason why we got to go to somebody else because we have a mountain of cancel orders. You don't have cancel orders from us. We don't ship you anything because you don't place orders through us. So here's right here. Now this is where you messed up. In that video, people caught something in that video. We caught something in that video. You said when I sent them down to Cinemax, I sent them down this product here. That product was black. We didn't order that product. We ordered the Cinemax, and the Cinemax is not black. And by the way, that's black paint at the end of the day. There's nothing special about that. So you just admitted in a video by saying that when I sent them down to Cinemax, I sent them down this version right here. That's not Cinemax. That's a black paint. You don't have any version of a black Cinemax anywhere on your website. Like you don't even have a black Frankenstein, which we try to find. And this is an item we purchased off your shopping cart, off your site. So you just admitted to basically committing fraud. This is the reason why when I explained to people and they said, well, you can go right. No, we cannot go to Am order. We got the evidence right there. And still, we are still sitting here waiting for your orders to go through. Now, I don't want you to use the excuse by saying, oh, they need the money, so and so and so. Please, you have to understand, really, please. Your money's going to charity. That's where it's going to. When your money finally makes it to one of our shopping carts, it's going to go to charity to help somebody else. That's where your money's going. We're not spending your money. We don't need it. But we're still waiting for your orders. Now, I'll be back in a month because I have business to take care of. We have this giant screens outside to display. We'll be back a month again and we'll recap and see if they placed the orders. By then, this is getting really sad. They should have had the orders. Put it this way, people. Orders should have been placed same day. The minute you make a statement, you place the order the same day. We have to use a bit of a strategy when it comes to these guys. The reason why we ended up with this product right here in that container right there is because we had to have a customer buy that for us. And to make sure that it wasn't tampered with, it wasn't black paint, it wasn't anything in it, we had to make sure that somebody else got it for us. Now, this individual, being so paranoid, went in and started scanning his orders and found the individual who placed the order, canceled his order, cursed him out. This is sad, true. Cursed him out, canceled his order, and then sent us the email. That's how we got the email. In the email, he stated we can buy whatever we wanted. No need to go through all the nonsense. Betting that I wasn't going to place my address in there. You got the wrong person at the end of the day. You don't give me something today and tell me not to do it. I'm going to go jump in and do it. At the end of the day, it's a challenge. Why not? But that's what he was banking. He was banking that we weren't going to place any orders. So this right here, by him sending us that email, what does that help for him? It cuts down on the paranoia of trying to figure out who is from us and who is actually ordering from him. So that way he can get a pinpoint where that order is coming in at. So that's where the email came in from. Because Crow got paranoid because he couldn't figure out who was placing orders and how we were getting his products on the kitchen table. And that made him extremely paranoid. Here we go. You didn't do a good job packaging that too. That paint was leaking everywhere, all over the place. Didn't do a good job. He put one piece of tape, and at that, you used an old container. You recycling old containers, not good. The top on the container had a hole in it. Now, there's no way in the world he'd have known it came from us because, like I said, he didn't even know who the person who placed the order from. Couldn't figure out who it was. You must not get a lot of orders, and I'll tell you why you don't get a lot of orders. Because that person came in and placed an order twice. How did you catch somebody that not even from our state, nowhere in the world you would ever know that came from us, but you were able to single that person out? That means, you know how virtually impossible that would be? If you get like 60, 70 orders and you have somebody placing orders here and there, I could see if they place 10 orders here and 20, then that's a huge red flag. Like, oh, wait a minute, this guy's ordering a lot of paint from us. That's a red flag. But not saying a red flag, but somebody's doing it. It just comes up interesting. But you're talking about this guy came in and placed an order and came back in, not on the same day. He came back in like 3 weeks later and placed another order, and he came in and caught him. So you must not be getting a lot of order if you were able to find him that quick, that fast. And he made that statement too. He said, how do you find me that quick, that fast? He said, because I placed one order and then I went back in 3 weeks later and placed another one. He must not be getting a lot of orders. That's why you were able to figure out who's who. We can't figure out who's who over here. At the end of the day, you think I'm gonna sit there and waste my time? You know how busy I am? I'm gonna sit there and go through my accounts to figure out who's who? Oh, heck no. Why would I be doing that at the end of the day? My product works. I don't need to be going through all that nonsense, but the fact that you have to go through all of this to make sure that we don't have to get your product clearly shows your product doesn't work. But this is the item we got here. So he was sitting there kind of baffled, like, how in the world did he even know? Like, who has time to go through all their orders to figure out who's who? No one has time to do all that unless you don't have that many orders going through. So this is how we got a hold of this container right here of Crow's product. So this is what we have to go through. Now, like I said, we go through the Onyx Titan. What we're gonna do is we're going to basically give them the benefit of the doubt. We're gonna give them the chance to be able to back their products up. I'm gonna waste my time, I'm gonna waste my money. Well, I'm not wasting my money, I'm wasting my time. And we're gonna go in and we're gonna place orders for all their stuff. And they have the option of sending us the real item, because if you don't, like I said, I'll go through PayPal, I'll file a complaint, and I'll get my money back on my account, and you'll be advertised on YouTube again of committing fraud. So don't mess that up. You messed it up the first time, don't mess it up the second time. It's even worse the second time around, because it shows even worse against you. Do not put money back in my account. What you need to do is be a professional, as you claimed in your email. When we place the orders, have it at my front door. You can put signature confirmed, don't care, and have the item wrapped and sealed and legit. Now, just to make sure the items are legit, we got other people that are going to be matching my orders. So you can't get around that one either. See, we have to think of all this stuff because these two are snakes in the grass at the end of the day. So this is how we have your product right here. Now, he went into this whole complete utter rant about the Cinemax. Did you not forget that this is your product right here? Did you know that this product was made, we made this product with house paint. This also matched the same ingredients that we found here on your website, not your website, on your YouTube channel that disappeared somehow. Did you ignore that? At the end of the day, that the black and white paint demonstration matched the Metallica mix. We made it on camera. But he went on and on and on about the Cinemax this and the Cinemax that doesn't match house paint, and then to find out it did match house paint. But wants to convince everybody that these are two different paints right here, two different. Oh, man, you guys get yourself in such a mess. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable what you guys get yourself in. We made your product right there. That's where we made it right there. This is your paint. Now that, oh, I forgot that's yours too. But anyway, oh, we found that container downstairs. We were cleaning the shop out. We found one of his old containers. But anyway, as I said before, we're going to place orders, giving them the opportunity to be able to back their products. If you cancel the orders, you put the money back in the account. It doesn't make a difference. We're still going to have people coming to purchase. The thing about it is we have to do everything on a timeline. So we have to have people, we can't order right away because they'll figure out who's who and they'll start canceling orders as they did before. With us, on the other hand, the excuses that you have been using by saying that, hey, we have to go place orders through somebody else, it's hard to get his products. No, it's not hard to get our products. You can place the order. If I gave you 50 requests, you've called my house, asking for confirmation as to go ahead and buy. Again, don't call me. I'm a busy man. I don't know what you do in your day, but yesterday, yeah, that's usually a normal day for me. That's a normal day. So don't call me. I'm a very busy man. What you need to do is go in and place the order on the website. The fact that has already been over 50 requests already, and including a phone call to my house, just clearly shows that you are not going to place this order. We know Crow from the door. Once Crow says something, if he hasn't followed through on it in about a couple of days, we know it's not going to happen. Like the whole challenge of the black and white paint challenge of him making those black and white paints we just showed you off that video and matching it to his products, never done. The demonstration of the 2 quarts of paint into a 300-inch screen, never done. The 1-year challenge of removing his high-end projector to swap it out for a 720p and use fully lit environments only, never done. Outside demonstration, we display a snow field, he displays a star field, never done. These are things he can't back up. We know that. So if he hasn't placed an order on the initial day that we actually told him to place the order. And even after he made the phone call, he's not placing the order. So what's going to happen is this, I'm going to call that as it is. We're going to place orders for his products. Money will be transferred back to my account. Everything will be documented. Probably a few of them will probably go through PayPal because he's going to get frustrated and angry. And we'll win those cases as always. Money will go back to the account again. As for Partay, money will go directly back to the account with no ifs, ands, or buts. He always transfers money right back to the account. We have a problem with that. Any products ordered directly from our site will never happen due to the fact that they can't get around basically trying to tamper with our product. So that's never going to happen. And at the end of the day, we're going to have all their products over here, and our products are going to be tested against their products. So again, yeah, that's what's going to happen. We'll have their stuff here. They won't have our stuff because, again, they can't back their stuff up. So, gentlemen, I'm going to give you another chance again for today. Matter of fact, and I said we're coming at the end of the month. At the end of the month, we'll be back in. We are still waiting for both of you to place orders through our website, you and Partay. Partay, especially you, since you walked around in your backyard making a claim that you couldn't get our products and they're so hard to get. How did you put it? Oh, the push canceled. That's what you said, right? Interesting. After we had 6 cancellations from you, and you transferred my money literally so fast back to my account that I never had to take extra money out of my pocket to reorder. I've never had anybody transfer money back to me that fast. Never. So we know you can't back your product up at the end of the day. But again, we are still requesting for you, Partay AV, Danny Boy, to go in and place your order ASP as soon as possible. It's already been about 50 requests that we have asked you already. We're now 51. We have 52, including right now. We have asked you to go in and place the order. Gentlemen, I don't know what the problem is. What's taking you so long? What is the problem? You know what the problem is, don't you? That product, when it lands on your front door, is going to wipe your stuff clean off the face of the planet. And you know it. That's why you're afraid to place orders, because our product is good. And you know for a fact that you can't beat that product. And you've been faking those demonstrations all those times just to make our products look bad. And now you're faced with the product itself and you can't even place the order. After we call you out multiple times, you can't do it. But we can place orders for your stuff with no problem. And you can't even honor that. You give us back our money because you're afraid. Now, both of you have made statements that you can't even back up. One walking in his backyard claiming that I canceled, another one sending us an email to buy whatever you want, and neither one of you can back it up. We'll have your products here, whether you like it or not. You can call ban all you want. You can ban the entire United States. I'm going to have to, because your product's going to be here. It may take time, but we're going to have all of them here one by one. I'm going to think of it as a collection. Because, you know, when you collect stuff, you don't want the whole collection up front. You take your time, you get each one. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to take our time and get each one of your products here. Each one. One by one by one by one by one. Now, like I said, this would be much easier for me if I could order it myself. But as you can see by our evidence, we can't order it ourselves because the individuals are afraid. And when we ask them to buy from us, no orders. Why? Because they are afraid. I don't want to hear any more. I got to get it from a friend. I got to get it from a customer. We don't want to hear that. When you order from us, your name, address, and all your goodies need to be on that receipt to prove that that is basically a legit review of our products. We got no problem with people reviewing our products at all. I got no problem with that. No, I'm good with that. Just I don't like people falsifying demonstrations. That's what I don't like. So man up. Be a man for the first time in your life, as you posted to us. As you said, you are a professional, and go place your order. And I don't know why you guys are such afraid to order our products. Do I have to put out an email stating that you are cowards? Do we have to go down that road? I'm trying to give you some dignity at the end of the day. You don't deserve it, but we're trying to give you a little dignity. 50, come on, 50 requests? Are you kidding me? Oh, 53 requests. Are you kidding me? That's pretty sad. Have you ever had to ask me 50 times to buy your product? No. As a matter of fact, you have sent me multiple messages asking me not to buy your product. That's the difference. All right. Well, we'll be back in a month. Let's see what happens. Until then, I got to get back. I got testing to do. Like I said, we got to send that reality call once in a while, man. We get these, oh, by the way, if you jokers want to send me email, sorry, text messages with dumb stuff on it, I'm gonna post your numbers. Just like the other fellow got his number posted, you don't want your number posted. So if you're going to be a clown, I'm going to treat you like a clown. You text me with dumb nonsense, I'm going to post your numbers. And I got a lot of followers on other sites I'm on, and yeah, you'll be posted. So don't do dumb stuff in the day. It'll be posted with your text messages and the dumb stuff you say, it'll be now posted from now on. So that'll be an interesting read for those you're curious to see what kind of text messages we get from them on the other end. We'll start posting the stuff. Keep in mind, you don't have any posted text messages from us because we don't entertain you. We don't do that stuff. I don't do memes and all that stuff. I don't do that stuff. I got too much stuff to do in the day to be doing nonsense like that. I'm a very busy person, but I got to get back to work. All right, gentlemen, 1 month. 1 month. We'll be back in 1 month. It shouldn't take that long to place an order, but we're just doing it now just to show you how sad it is. We know they're not going to place orders. We knew this already. Come on, 10 days. We're past 10-day point. They're not going to place any orders. We know that already. So with that being said, we're just doing the 1 month just to show at the end of the day how sad you two individuals are. You talked all that, especially Partay, talked all that trash. Oh, by the way, the screen you have in your backyard, it's not an official size screen. Just want to let you know that. I've seen that thing already. It's a blow-up screen. It's not an official screen. You keep saying that for companies and drive-throughs. No, that's not a drive-through screen. It's way too small. If you know anything about drive-throughs and how they're constructed and how they're designed, how the cars are placed, yeah, they would not be able to see that screen at all. Now, the monster we have sitting in the backyard would be good for probably about, I gotta measure that out too. How many cars could we put back there for that thing? Probably not a lot, but a few we could put back there for a 250-inch monster. We could easily. But no, that's not an official screen. But nice try. And also, too, on top of that, I know I'm not going to go to that one because that'd be petty. That'd be petty. That'd be petty. Let that be. All right, let's move on. Next month, I'll be back in the recap. We know they're not going to place the order just to see how sad this is going to get. All right, got to go. God bless.